welcome to today's video. I am going to be talking about Paris Corner's most recent launches, Marshmallow Blush and Khair Confection, which are duping Kayali's most recent launches, Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar and Yum Bougie Marshmallow. If you are new here, my name is Serena Moon. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. It means a lot to me. If you could comment, like, and subscribe, it helps out so much. I make a wide variety of content, from motherhood to beauty and perfume, lifestyle recipes, honestly, whatever I feel like. I love just sharing my life with you guys. So if any of that interests you, stick around, grab a coffee. I've got mine. Let's talk perfume. So getting right into it, I tried Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow and Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar actually a couple months back around Christmas time. I tried it in store on paper at Sephora and I really liked both fragrances. Honestly, they both smelled really lovely to me. Yum Bougie Marshmallow stood out to me a little bit more. I was really excited when Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar came out because I love vanilla scents, I love candy scents, I love marshmallow. It's like my favorite note in perfumes actually is marshmallow. And I really was excited for those launches. Vanilla 28 and Yum Pistachio Gelato are some of my top 10 for life, you know, top 5 for life. I love them. But as much as I loved Yum Bougie Marshmallow and Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get that. I think I even mentioned that in my 2024 perfume recap, is that I'd love to get those perfumes. I only smelled them in person. I did not spray them on skin, and they are still pretty pricey. So as the months have gone on, like it's only been a couple months since Christmas, I have bought them. Paris Corner launched their dupe versions, and I'm all for dupes. If you've watched my channel, I love a good dupe. I love saving money on fragrances, but I also love and appreciate the originals. You know, I have some Guerlains, I love perfume history. Kayali was always a brand I wanted to support, and I really just love her sweet personality. So it always felt wrong getting like a dupe for Kayali for some reason, like out of all the brands. However, just like a little rant before I get into truly how I feel about these perfumes, is that they're not, I'm just gonna say it right now, they're not that unique. They're not that unique. They're beautiful perfumes, but I'm giving you the real talk, okay? These perfumer like YouTubers, I love a lot of them. They're all amazing, okay? They all have their place with their content, but my point is they have a lot of perfume. I'm not one for redundancy in my collection. I don't want to accumulate too many. I want everything to be unique and special, and there's a couple times where Kayali with their Eat and Juicy Apple and their lychee scent, they are very similar to Bath and Body Works scents, but just for way more. They might have a little bit better longevity, but they're still not that strong for the price that you're paying. Understandably, it's a fruity scent, but my point is, it wasn't unique and different like Vanilla 28 and Yum Pistachio Gelato is for me. I know some others buy them, you know, Invite Amber only, like that. Those are pretty unique scents as well, but their coconut one, you know, but the apple and the lychee were very Bath and Body Works. And honestly, these most recent launches by Kayali, Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar is so close to La Belle, and La Belle has been done over and over and over again. It's a pear sugary vanilla, like a sweet caramelly pear vanilla. Vanilla Woods by Seven Virtues, very pear caramel vanilla, very similar. Obviously La Belle by Jean-Paul Gaultier. And then there's also Sol de Janeiro 40. There's a plum note instead of the pear, but it's very, very similar. There's just so many. I've had a roller bottle of Vanilla Woods, I finished that. I have a Sol de Janeiro 40 and I love that scent. This, like Khair Confection and Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar, is La Belle, but with candy notes added. So to me, yes, it's its own thing. It's not a dupe of La Belle. It's not anything like that, but it is not original. It is not unique. It's its own thing, so I guess you could say it's unique in its own way. But I'm saying they're just taking a DNA that exists already and adding some twists to it. I don't find there's a whole lot of creativity there. So in that case, getting a dupe of it is perfect in my mind, because I'm not supporting this creative genius, you know what I mean? It's still a lovely scent, but that's my little rant, especially with like the Marshmallow Blush. I'll get into a little bit of what it reminds me of. Both of them, not just the Candy Vanilla Rock Sugar. They remind me of perfumes that already exist on the market. However, other than that, let me get into how I actually feel about these perfumes for what they are, because I do really enjoy them. I just wanted to kind of get that little bit of a tangent out of the way. So yes, starting with Marshmallow blush, because it is what I'm wearing today. I'm gonna talk about the bottle first. It is so beautiful. Hold on, I have to go and get the box. It is the cutest thing ever. Editing Serena here. I just wanted to quickly mention, I did hear that apparently Paris Corner was working on this before Yum Bougie Marshmallow launched, and they had no idea, and it came out, and it just happened to smell super similar, so I find that interesting. I still stand behind it. I still think it's absolutely beautiful. Yes, they're not 100% dupes, that's for sure, but they're basically the same perfume. You definitely don't need both, and there are nuances to both, and this one, in my opinion, is a little bit better. So yeah, I thought that was interesting, but I feel like Paris Corner a lot of the time doesn't like to admit that they make dupes in general. They just say that they're like their scents, but yeah, just thought I would note that. So this is the box that Marshmallow blush came in. It is just giving Candyland, like the little board game, kind of Christmassy, like gumdrops kind of. It looks like an envelope, has this little beautiful fake wax seal. You open it up, it is beautifully encased and just shows this adorable bottle. Honestly, I really like the bottle. Just the box and everything, it just had like my inner child just screaming in joy. It's just so nostalgic and cute. My husband even kind of said that this reminded him of like a baby bottle. He wasn't even sure it was a perfume at first. He's like, is this something for Lily Rose, like our daughter? So yeah, I think it's really cute though. It looks like rose quartz to me on the outside. Rose quartz, crystal kind of pattern. And then I like the gold. I'm a sucker for any perfume bottle that has like a round top for some reason. It gives me like kind of vintage vibes. I love the bottle. It's like the cutest bottle in my collection. Other than that, how is the perfume? Like I said, I am wearing it today. There is alcohol blast in the beginning, which honestly I expect. It's a perfume, you know, it's made out of alcohol. It doesn't really upset me. I always kind of like let it sit for a second, whether it's on my wrist or on paper. Just give it a second for that alcohol to evaporate a little bit. Now, I have to tell you my first impression. So I just got these in the mail yesterday, and I wore one on each wrist to get an idea of it for the rest of the day so I can make this video today. I've been wearing Marshmallow blush all day long today, but I wore both yesterday, and when I first smelled Marshmallow blush, it immediately reminded me of Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere by Philosophy. It is actually one of my favorites, and I only saw one person say that the Yum Bougie Marshmallow, like DNA, Marshmallow blush DNA, reminded them of Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere, just with berries added. And that to me is what this is. However, this morning before I showered and knowing I was gonna make this video, I put Marshmallow blush on one wrist and Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere on the other because I couldn't get that vision out of my head. Like I couldn't even smell anything else. And I was a little bit disappointed because I'm like, is my nose broken? Like, what is this? It's not what I remember at Sephora. It's not how people have been describing. I was a little taken back. Now keep in mind, Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere is actually one of my favorite scents. I feel like if I could only pick one to just wear every day for the rest of my life and fit any occasion, it would be that one. It's a beautiful toasted, warm, cashmeric, woody, toasted coconut vanilla. It's a kind of similar to like a warm vanilla sugar bear vanilla, but and Sweet Tooth by Sabrina Carpenter. It all kind of falls into that category, and so does Marshmallow blush for me, except with that strawberry. Now, most people who have reviewed this, who like own an actual bottle of Yum Bougie Marshmallow, say that this is very, very similar. Marshmallow blush is just a little bit richer or warmer. Even though I have smelled it in person, I don't have like the side-by-side. I know it is similar to what I remember, but when I smelled it in store, Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere is not what came to my mind. It's what came to my mind. Now, I got my husband to smell both of those on paper yesterday, and he said, you know, he was a little bit stuffed up, but he said they kind of smelled similar. Today, when I had them on either wrist, we were both like, I don't know what I was thinking. They are different. When you smell them side by side, like it's very clear that they are different. Obviously, it's a strawberry marshmallow scent. Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere is a vanilla with all those other notes I just said. That's the DNA that's like in the base. There is a coconut that comes across, and there is actually a coconut, I think, in the original. Yes, okay, so Yum Bougie Marshmallow opens with freesia, lemon, nectarine blossom, and apple. And in the mid, it has marshmallow, strawberry, coconut, orange blossom, and whipped cream, sugar, vanilla, musk, raspberry, and ambroxan in the base. Versus Marshmallow Blush has strawberry, raspberry, lemon in the top, ambroxan, orange blossom in the mid, and marshmallow and musk in the bottom. The sugar and the vanilla and the raspberry in the bottom is missing, but there's raspberry in the top, and it's the same idea. My point is, some people said that they didn't get the coconut in Marshmallow blush, but I actually do. And I think it's that combination of that toasty, marshmallowy coconutiness that's reminding me of Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. Now that I have worn it all day, I'm very happy to say that they are not as similar as I thought they were. Obviously, it has that very like berry strawberry note. Some people also said it reminded them of strawberry snowflakes. I own strawberry snowflakes. I also have strawberry pound cake. And I have to say, I understand what they're getting at. So strawberry snowflakes, fresh warm cashmere, and hear me out, Nebras by Lattafa. So the berry note with the vanilla and Nebras mixed with strawberry snowflakes and fresh cream warm cashmere, but then like the cakiness from strawberry pound cake by Bath & Body Works, and then add like a little bit more marshmallow. That is what this smells like to me, are those all mixed together. So in the end, it ends up being a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Genuinely, it is lovely, but it is young and juvenile, but not in a bad way. I think it's so fun. Like I said, it brings out my inner child. At the end of the day, those are my favorite scents, is just a cozy, comforting vanilla, something that is playful, that can just make you happy and brings you joy. I love strawberry pound cake. I love fresh cream warm cashmere. Those are some of my favorite scents. But my whole point earlier was that it's not unique enough for you to sell it over $100. That's just kind of where I'm at. So I'm really, really happy that I found a dupe. Though I spent like 60 Canadian on that. And personally, I don't know if it's worth that. I feel like I wish it was a little bit less than 60. That's just me. Maybe there's, you know, the hype and the packaging and it being new. I think maybe as time goes on, it'll go down for cheaper. I got both off of fragrancebuy.ca, which is a great Canadian retailer for fragrances. I know that there is like a bubble around me. It's kind of doing that for me a little bit. But overall, it is a beautiful, feminine, creamy, and powdery at the same time, which I love. I love a creamy, powdery scent. Kind of reminds me of like a berries cream saver, you know, those little swirled candies that we had. I had them as a kid. They were really good. And it just ends up being like a creamy, comforting, cozy vanilla in the end. Definitely like lighter than a fresh cream warm cashmere. That's definitely more woody and cashmeric. That's why it also reminds me a little bit of strawberry snowflake, but it genuinely is like all those perfumes mixed together. I wanted to make a video because I know that there are other people who have way more followers than I do, on like subscribers on YouTube, who are making reviews on these perfumes, but I wanted to come in here as someone who isn't as well known, doesn't have a huge collection, and give you my honest opinion on these. Like, yes, they are lovely, they are beautiful, they smell great if you're into these scent profiles. And, you know, it's a great price, beautiful bottles, all that. But when it comes to especially the Kayalis and stuff like that, like, think about what's in your collection. Do you really need it? Is it your favorite type of scent profile? And is it really, like, worth the hype if it's, you know, like Bath & Body Works gets, you know, oh, it's Bath & Body Works, you know, those juvenile, blah, blah, blah. And then these other companies come out and basically come out with the exact same scent profile, but packaging it in a bottle and sell it for over $100, and you go ahead and buy it. It's just, I don't know, that rubs me the wrong way a little bit. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful scent. I highly recommend Marshmallow Blush if you are into cozy, creamy, powdery vanillas with a little bit of strawberry. There are no notes that come across as harsh to me or synthetic to me at all. Berries are kind of tough for me, and in this case I really enjoy the berries. I am enjoying it, and it's probably going to be worn pretty often now, I have to say. It's probably going to be a go-to reach for me when I'm not sure what to wear. I think it would suit a lot of different occasions, whether like an everyday thing, a little brunch date, Mother's Day, even date night. I mean, I feel like it's pretty versatile. Even though it's juvenile, it's cute, it's fun, it's flirty, it's playful. Now, as for Khair Confection, I have a little bit more ranting to do, okay? So earlier I said it reminded me of La Belle, and that's what a lot of people say, just with those added candy notes. But you know what it reminded me of immediately upon smell? It's Flower Bomb. Now, right away I'm hit with bubblegum. It reminds me a lot of Flower Bomb. Get rid of that bubblegum, let it calm down. Once it dried down on my skin, the jasmine was very strong for me. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute. Flower Bomb reminds people of La Vie Belle. Why? Because it has ethyl maltol. Flower Bomb also has ethyl maltol. La Belle has ethyl maltol. Okay, it's a compound. Pink Sugar also has ethyl maltol. It is a compound within fragrance to give it a candy floss type of scent, like cotton candy. And I think that mixing with the jasmine is what is reminding me of Flower Bomb. Now, obviously, it is not Flower Bomb. It's not a dupe for Flower Bomb. However, that is how it came across to my nose initially. It was the first thing I thought of. Just like with Marshmallow Blush, it's nowhere near Fresh Cream or Cashmere. But that's where my brain went right away. And I think that's important to note, to give your brain a idea of where things are at. It is brighter and lighter and juicier than Flower Bomb from the pear and the bubblegum, and more vanilla. When it dries down, it is way more of a true vanilla scent than Flower Bomb ever is. But that's what it came across to me as, and that is where I was even more taken back of like, these companies just coming out with this like rendition of this perfume DNA with some added things in it that have been around forever. I don't know, I was just a little taken back, you know? I was a little taken back. However, doesn't make it not a good scent. They're lovely scents. It's a bit stronger than I was expecting to. It's quite strong. I haven't done a full wear test of Khair Confection, but I feel like you don't need as much of it as Marshmallow Blush. I feel like it's stronger. It's going to definitely perform really well. And here's the thing. These are 100 mils and Kayali's are like 50 mils. I know you can get 100 mils, but still the price difference is drastic. So I definitely in this case think the dupes are definitely worth it if you like the Kayali's. Now, as for the notes, in Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar by Kayali, it's vanilla, pear, marshmallow, rum, violet leaves, and ylang ylang in the top, bubblegum, jelly bean, caramel, jasmine, and labdanum in the mid, sugar, patchouli, tonka, cashmere wood, sandalwood, and vetiver. And then Khair Confection has pear, whipped cream in the top. Middle notes are cashmere and jasmine, ylang ylang. And in the base, there's vanilla, marshmallow, and sandalwood. So they've gotten rid of some of those sweet notes, like the jelly bean. I'm not really getting as much in the original as in the original. That pear is there. It's not as cooked though. That's what I wanted to mention as well. La Belle, it's a very cooked pear. This is not so cooked. It's much more candied. So if it was cooked, it wasn't like poached in brown sugar. It's got like a crystally outside and it's brighter, almost like, what is it, like Dang Hulu? You know how they do the sugar candy dipped in the fruit? It's kind of like that. The marshmallow is brighter. Could be that like cashmere patchouli mixing with the ethyl maltol alongside the jasmine. That's reminding me of Flower Bomb because those are all in Flower Bomb pretty much. But yeah, I mean, I was expecting it to be more of a go-to vanilla than I thought it would be. However, I love Flower Bomb. I love these scent profiles. I'll have to have like a little bit more time with it. I am gonna actually spray this on the back of my hand. The pear is similar actually to L'Entrée. So what I'm getting at is it's actually much more perfumey than you'd think. So this is very young and playful and youthful in that like berry cakey whipped cream marshmallow, versus this, even though it's so candy-like, it's still perfumey, and that's what's actually really beautiful about it. Yeah, it's really lovely, very pretty. Date night, like it's not as juvenile as you would think, honestly, and for the price, like this DNA, I don't think that I would need, like, there's so many in this scent profile, like Casablanca, like I was saying earlier, like Vanilla Woods, Sol de Janeiro 40, there's so many, so I don't think you would need all of them, but in this case, I'm really happy that this is the one I have in this scent profile DNA. I actually wanted to chime in with an update before I upload this video. I have been wearing Khair Confection all day today, so even though I've tested it on my hands quite a few times now, I was able to wear it all day today. It is about 5:30 right now, and I've been wearing it since about noon, and I just reapplied it. So even though I could still smell it, I kind of wanted to experience it again for the rest of the evening, but it's very well performing. I can definitely smell it. Even just the one spray on my wrist, I kept getting whiffs of it from being near me, which I think equals a pretty good performer. So I wanted to add that. For how sweet it is, I don't think it's like terribly cloying or anything like that. For some people, I'm sure it would be, but yeah, just wanted to give that little update. I like it, but my thoughts are still kind of similar on it. And one last thing I'll say, when I wore Marshmallow blush all day yesterday and filmed that video, one thing that I didn't really say is that the marshmallow comes across as marshmallow fluff. So that's what I really like about it. It's like a marshmallow fluff. It's not a powdery marshmallow like I get in Princess by Kilian or anything like that. And then also the marshmallow in Khair Confection almost smells like a marshmallow that's been ripped open. So it's less of that powder and just kind of that stickiness from it. So that's how the marshmallows differ between the two. Yes, both are extremely well performing, lasting hours. They're very, very good performers. They're not beasts in the sense of like massive projection, but that's okay. I like my perfumes like that. But yeah, longevity is great. The intimate, relatively, like still like arm's length, like good, you know, good. There's still some projection, but it's not overwhelming, which I like, and I can definitely smell it, which I also appreciate. So yeah, performance has been great. Both are fantastic performing. They're gonna last hours. They're good, they're very good quality, and overall I am really, really happy with them. I'm probably gonna wear them a lot. Out of the stuff that I do have in my collection, these are the scents that I gravitate towards the most. And yeah, I'm really happy with them. Let me know if you have smelled these in person at Sephora by Kayali. Have you tried the dupes? Anything like that? Do you like sweet scents? Do you like fresher scents? Let me know your preferences down below. Let's start a conversation. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, it really does help me out. I know my channel's small, but I love sharing my life with you and my goodies and my favorites and my opinions and just starting a conversation. So thank you again so much. Before I head out though, I just wanted to give you some words of encouragement. I don't know what you may be going through, but I wanted to let you know that everything is going to be okay. I know that might sound simple and obvious, but things are truly going to be okay. Something I tell myself all the time is something I heard someone's therapist tell them, and it's that life is full of peaks and valleys, and we're always searching that, oh, once this thing is dealt with, I'll be happy. Once this thing is dealt with, I'll be happy, again and again. And then when you finally feel like you're out of place, and then something happens, try to blame life, God, universe, whatever. Of course, you know, I was so close. I finally felt like I was getting there. Guess what, baby? That's life. That's Life by Frank Sinatra. Look it up, because that's truly, truly how it is. And I know it's cliche, like the song says, but we are always going to be searching for more if we don't just let go. We need to be grateful for what we have, the roofs over our head, food we get to eat, the family in our lives, friends we have. We need to be grateful for everything that we have, and also acknowledge that what we are going through is hard. I'm not trying to say suck it up. That's not easy. Life is not easy. But what I am saying is to not wallow so much. Going to be okay. So that's my tough love for now. Just know that everything is going to be okay. Take a deep breath. Go have a snack. Believe in yourself. Have some faith in God. Smell some perfume. Go smile. And take care of yourself. I'll see you next time.